Learning outcomes. After studying this module, you shall be able to know about the concepts of strategic intent, stretch, leverage and fit. Understand the concepts of vision and mission and their significance. Know the three dimensions of business definition. Analyze the role of corporate governance in shaping the mission. Introduction. This module will cover the concept of vision and mission and their significance. Vision is the roadmap of a company's future. It depicts the company's long-term direction. Mission is the purpose and reason for organization's existence. This module will cover these basic concepts and their relevance in strategic management along with the three dimensions of business definition. The role of corporate governance on building up the mission and vision of an organization and how the corporate social responsibility influences the purpose and the strategy of an organization. Next, we will discuss upon strategic intent. A company exhibits strategic intent when it relentlessly pursues an ambitious strategic objective and concentrates its competencies and energies on the accomplishment of that objective. There is a long-term time horizon underlying a company's strategic intent. It signals a deep-rooted commitment to win, become the industry leader, outpace the existing leader and forming new industry rules rather than finding protected niches. I repeat, protected niches. Strategic intent circumscribes an active management process that enables the organization to focus on the essence of winning. It clarifies why the company exists and for what it stands in the society. Because of its long-term involvement, it requires commitment of top management. Strategic intent lays the foundation for the strategic management planning. Gary Hamel and C.K. Prahlad criticized the strategic fit model and came up with the strategic intent model. Strategic intent is setting ambitious goals that sketch companies' capabilities and resources and finding ways to build them to accomplish those goals. It focuses on tomorrow's opportunities. Strategic intent sees a path of an obsession to win, to achieve global leadership. The strategic intent of Komatsu, the leading earth-moving equipment company of Japan during the 80s was Marusi, which meant encircling caterpillar, the US company that happened to be the world leader. When Yamaha took Honda in the motorcycle market, Honda responded with Yamaha Wutsubusu, we will crush, squash, slaughter Yamaha. Hamel suggested that setting up a chasm between ambition and resources, creating stretch between resources and aspirations is the key to strategic intent and is the single most important task senior management faces. The consistency of effort generated by focused and shared intent throughout the organization makes sure the long-term success of the organization. Next, we will discuss upon stretch and leverage. The misfit between resources and aspirations is known as the stretch. To achieve strategic intent, organization needs to stretch. As of today, there might be a misfit between resources and aspiration. So instead of looking at resources, there is a need to contemplate upon the resourcefulness. To accomplish the objective, the organizations need to stretch and make innovative use of their resources. It is the process involving innovation and development of a competitive advantage using an organization's resources and competencies. It is the difference between the strategic intent and the available resources. This leads to leveraging resources. The key to strategic stretch is leveraging resources. leverages, concentrates resources to strategic intent, accumulates learning, experiences and competencies and recovers resources in a manner that a meager resource base can be stretched to meet the organizational aspirations. Leverage focuses mainly on efficient utilization of resources. Resources can be leveraged both financial and non-financial in 5 basic ways: concentrating them strategically, accumulating them efficiently, and complementing one resource with another, conserving them and recovering them from the marketplace in the shortest possible time. The strategic fit model is the traditional way of looking at the strategy. Techniques that assess the organizational potential and environmental opportunities, such as the SWOT analysis, take strategy as a compromise between the opportunity that the environment offers and the capabilities that the organization put as counter offer. The strategic intent is conservative and seems to be more realistic under fit, but it may not be aware of the potential. However, under stretch and leverage, it is more idealistic, improbable, that makes the organization look at the potential possibilities far beyond the present capabilities. As against strategic fit model, whereby strategic thinking is driven by the match between current capabilities and the existing opportunities, in strategic intent model, strategic thinking is driven by bridging gap between today's reality and tomorrow's vision. In strategic fit model, the thrust is on searching for the sustainable advantage, whereas in strategic intent model, the thrust is on finding ways to leverage resources and outpacing the competitors in building new advantages. Now we will discuss upon what is vision. Miller and Dess define vision as the category of intentions that are broad, all-inclusive and forward-thinking. Vision is the roadmap of a company's future. It depicts the company's long-term direction, that is, where the company aspires to be. It is a mental perception that the organization develops for creating an environment that the organization aspires. The vision of a company provides answer to the following questions: who are we? Where are we going? Where we want to go? How will we get there? A well-conceived vision has two basic elements. The first, core ideology, and second, envisioned future. Core ideology will remain unchanged as an enduring character and consists of core values and purpose. It sets the basic thrust upon which the organization is based. Now, the core values. These are the essential and enduring tenets of an organization. They are the beliefs that the top management has regarding employees' welfare, consumers' interest, and shareholders' wealth. They have both economic and social orientation. Now, core purpose. It is the why of the organization. It provides the broad philosophical long-term rationale of the organization. It links the organization with its own people. Next, envision future. It sets the long-term objectives of the organization. It depicts a clear description of articulated future. Now we will discuss upon some characteristics of vision. Vision relates to firm's broadest and most desirable goals. It delineates management's aspiration for the business. It charts a strategic path for the future. It molds organizational identity. It is distinctive and specific to a particular organization. It avoids use of generic language. It steers energies of employees in common direction. It assists the organization to bring in the synergy effect. Example of visions of some companies. CNN, to be the best and the most reliable news service on any topic, anywhere, anytime. McDonald's, as being the leading provider of moderately priced quality food to anyone, anywhere. Coca-Cola. A Coke is in arm's reach of any customer, no matter where the customer is around the world. Cisco, to be the leading enabler of integrated, innovative, scalable, high-value managed services offerings. Whether you are a regional managed services provider or a global one, our vision is to enable your success. Henry Ford Sr. in 1920s, a car in every garage. Boeing, people working together as a global enterprise for aerospace leadership. How will we get there? Run healthy core business. Leverage our strengths into new products and services. Open new frontiers. Nike, to bring inspiration and innovation to every athlete in the world. Brinker International, each meal should be a fun and exciting experience. The Tata Group, leadership with trust. Next 5 years. Global regional leadership in IT services, steel, automobiles, hotels, chemicals and beverages. Developing products and services to serve the larger base of the pyramid in India, Africa and Asia. India leadership in telecom and power. Aggressive growth in retail, real estate, hospitality and financial services. Increase in the levels of community and rural development by the trust and companies. How can the company communicate the strategic vision? An entrepreneurially incisive, intuitive and sagacious strategic vision is a prerequisite to an effective strategic management. There are 3 basic tasks that managers are required to perform for developing an organization's strategic vision and making it an astute direction setting tool. These 3 steps are: first, devising a mission statement that will form the basis of the strategic vision and will define what business the organization is presently pursuing and conveys the essence of who we are, what we do and where we are now. Second, using this mission statement as a baseline for decoding the long-term direction of the organization and charting the strategic path to be pursued. The last and the most important step is communicating the strategic vision so developed in a clear and exciting terms that motivates organization commitment such that the vision can be embedded pervasively throughout the organization. An exciting inspirational vision contains memorable language, clearly maps company's future direction, challenges and motivates workforce, and provokes emotions and enthusiasm among the workforce. Winning support for the vision involves putting where we are going and why in writing, distributing the statements organization-wide, and having executives explain the vision to the workforce. Overcoming resistance to a new strategic vision involves mobilizing support for a new vision that entails reiterating basis for the new direction to the workforce, addressing employees' concerns on calming fears and lifting spirits, providing updates and progress reports on the events as they unfold so that timely action can be taken to ensure that the new vision is embedded across the organization effectively. Now we will discuss upon the payoffs of a clear strategic vision. They are: crystallizes an organization LT direction, reduces risk of ruthless decision making, assist in gaining support of organizational members for changes to make the vision a reality, inspiring and motivating, helps keep strategic related actions of managers on common path, helps an organization prepare for the future, foster experimentation and risk taking, makes organization competitive, original and unique. Let us discuss an example. Coca-Cola Vision 2020. Our vision serves as the framework for our roadmap and guides every aspect of our business by describing what we need to accomplish in order to continue achieving sustainable quality growth. People. Be a great place to work where people are inspired to be the best they can be. Portfolio. bring to the world a portfolio of quality beverage brands that anticipate and satisfy people's desires and needs. Partners, nurture a winning network of customers and suppliers. Together, we create mutual enduring value. Planet, be a responsible citizen that makes a difference by helping build and support sustainable communities. Profit, maximize long-term return to share owners while being mindful of our overall responsibilities. Productivity, be a highly effective, lean and fast-moving organization. Next, we will discuss upon mission. As written by Whelan and Hunger in 2002, an organization's mission is the purpose or reason for the organization's existence. Thompson defined mission as being essential purpose of the organization concerning particularly why it is in existence, the nature of the business it is in, and customers it seeks to serve and satisfy. In other words, mission is the purpose and reason for organization's existence. A company's mission is not to make a profit, its true mission is its answer to what will we do to make a profit. The mission statement of an organization must be focused on present business scope, present capabilities and business makeup and must be customer focused. It gives social reasoning to the existence of the organization and provides philosophical and visionary insight relating to top management values and is made up of stylistic objectives. The characteristics of mission are realistic and achievable, neither to be broad or narrow, not to be ambiguous, distinctive, societal linkage, dynamic and not static, motivating the employees. Formulating the mission of an organization involves defining the organization's business. Mission draw its baseline from the business definition and the three dimensions that it explains that were given by the Abel's model. First, what is being satisfied? Customer needs. Who is being satisfied? Customer groups. How customer needs are satisfied? Skill, knowledge, capabilities. What will it be or what should it be? Now, the different components of a mission statement are: an ideal mission statement embodies the following elements: customers, the basic products or services to be offered; markets, the technology to be used in the production or delivery; the rudimentary concern for survival, growth and profitability; the organizational philosophy, the self-concept that the people should have of the organization; work ethos, the spirit that the organization works with, values, etc. Distinctive competencies, concern for public image to be sought, concern for employees. Another important aspect that ought to be learned is the concept of values. Values perform the basic job of establishing link with the vision. These are the beliefs, business principles and ways of doing business which are incorporated into company's operations and behavior of workforce. Values form the bedrock of a company's organizational culture. Now, the value statements contain between 4 and 8 values. It reinforces company's vision, strategy and operating practices. Values respect the intents of key organizational stakeholders. A leading example is the values at KPMG. We lead by example. We work together. We respect the individual. We seek the facts and provide insight. We are open and honest in our communication. We are committed to our communities. Above all, we act with integrity. Next example is the ITC's core values: trusteeship, customer focus, respect for people, excellence, innovation, nation orientation. Next is strategic vision, mainly concerned with the firm's future business path, where we are going and why. Markets to be pursued, future technology, product, customer focus. Roadmap of the future of a company. Next is strategic mission. mainly focus on current business activities, who we are, what we do and why we are here. Current product and service offerings. Customer needs being served. Technological business capabilities. Second, concerned with the company's present business scope. Now we will discuss upon the three-dimensional business definition model. The three-dimensional business definition model was given by Harvard professor Derek F. Ebel. He created a three-dimensional analysis to define business. He felt that the prior two-dimensional definitions of business were destitute of displaying the true nature of business and that the model had serious flaws. The model considered two dimensions, product and market, also known as product market grid. Abel defines the business by answering the three basic questions: who, what and how. The three dimensions in Abel's model are served customer groups which provide answer to the who part of the question. Served customer functions provide answer to the what are the customer needs part. And technologies utilized distinctive competencies imply how are needs being satisfied. Abel's model stresses on understanding customers. That is, customers forms the pivot of the Abel's model. The whole way in which the business is defined depends upon the customers, and so should the strategy of an organization. On the basis of these three dimensions, Abel proposed a competitive strategy classification scheme whereby he asserted that a business could be defined by its competitive scope, which can be defined as a function of the number of value chains engaging the organization. The competitive scope can be broad. It can engage in cost leadership or differentiation strategy, or narrow, for example, getting into focus strategy. And the last, by the extent of competitive differentiation of its product service offerings. Next is discussion is corporate governance. Cadbury Committee 1992 defined corporate governance as the system by which companies are directed and controlled. Corporate governance represents the relationship among three groups in determining and controlling the strategic route and the organizational performance. These three groups are the board of directors, the top management and the shareholders. Transparency, accountability of managers and boards to shareholders and corporate responsibility are the tenets of corporate governance. The role of the board in strategic management comprises of carrying out three basic tasks. First, monitor and keep itself updated of the developments inside and outside the organization. Second, evaluate and influence the management's decision. Third, initiate and determine the organization's mission statement and help the organization in working out specific strategies. The role of the top management in assuring that the operations of the organization are carried out in the right direction and that the organization has a well worked out strategic intent, mission and vision consist of numerous steps. These are providing executive leadership and strategic vision to the organization, proclaiming a strategic vision for the organization, presenting a role for other to identify with and follow, divulging performance standards and showing confidence in followers' abilities to meet these standards. Last, administering the strategic management process. Relating corporate governance to strategic management, corporate governance and strategic intent. The vision and mission deals with its aspirations and purpose respectively. These aspirations and purpose have to be in line with intentions of the stakeholders. Corporate governance helps in streamlining the possible variances in the aspirations and purpose as visualized by different stakeholders. Next, corporate governance and strategy formulation. The responsibility of the top management of an organization is deciding upon the specific corporate and business strategies of the organization. They need to follow guidance provided by board of directors. The differences in the goal that the shareholders and managers try to achieve are required to be reconciled by the corporate governance mechanism. Next, corporate governance and strategic implementation. Corporate governance mechanism need to be in place to ensure that deviations from commitment does not occur. Corporate governance and strategy evaluation. Corporate governance mechanism such as reporting the annual performance of the organization help the shareholders to assess whether the organization is on the right path. Board of directors provide guidance as well as monitoring of the performance and behavior of the organization. Now let us discuss the summary. Strategic intent circumscribes an active management process that enables the organization to focus on the essence of winning. It clarifies why the company exists and for what it stands in the society. The misfit between resources and aspiration is known as the stretch. To achieve strategic intent, the organization needs to stretch. As of today, there might be a misfit between resources and aspiration. Leverage concentrates resources to strategic intent, accumulates learning, experiences and competencies and recovers resources in a manner that a meager resource base can be stretched to meet the organizational aspiration. The hierarchy of strategic intent includes vision, mission, goals, objectives and plans. Vision is the roadmap of a company's future. It depicts the company's long-term direction, that is where the company aspires to be. A well-conceived vision has two basic elements, core ideology and envisioned future. There are three basic tasks that managers are required to perform for developing an organization's strategic vision and making it an astute direction setting tool. These three steps are devising a mission statement, using this mission statement as a baseline, communicating the strategic vision. Mission is the purpose and reason for organization's existence. The mission statement of an organization must be focused on present business scope, present capabilities and business makeup and must be customer focused. The three-dimensional business definition model was given by Harvard professor Derek F. Abel. The three dimensions in Abel's model are served customer groups, served customer functions and the last, technologies utilized or distinctive competencies. Corporate governance represents the relationship among three groups in determining and controlling the strategic route and the organizational performance. These three groups are the board of directors, the top management and the shareholders.